You, there. What is your profession?
I'm a potter, sir.
And you, okay? You, there. What is your profession?
I'm a potter, sir.
And you, Arcadian. What is your profession?
Sculptor, sir.
You?
Blacksmith.
Spartans! What is your profession? You ain't.
The hustle standing, flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary, frontline standing, solitary. Mind state, kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. Battle tested. Hold strong. Battle tested. Hold strong. Battle tested. Battle tested. Battle tested. Hold strong. Battle tested. Hold strong. Follow me until the end. Follow me if you can. Heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. Battle tested. Hold strong.
All right, what is up, people? So I do apologize. Obviously, you guys have been here for a minute. You guys have started to understand that this OBS issue is a regular basis. So when you see me go live, you still got about 10 minutes to get your popcorn and your drinks and whatever else you need. But yeah, it's man, I hate it so much. But who cares? I'm here, so let's get into it. So last night I was supposed to go stream, and then my dog decided to bolt out the door. So that's what happened yesterday. And any other time I'll go live and then just 10-minute wait. But hey, could be worse. Could be worse. GMC says check out this video. Y'all check it out in a second. Make sure all my systems are going. At this point, I talked to OBS again, and they asked me to record my streams data as I stream. So, believe it or not, my phone is actually sitting there watching my OBS screen on recording, because they can't figure out what the hell is going on either. Yeah, nope, everything looks good. So, we'll go for there. Hopefully, this is a smooth running stream for the rest. For those of you who didn't know, I've been hanging out at Discord, and I realized there's a whole group of people that annoy the crap out of me. To the truth, you're acting funny already. All right, there we go. So, not sure if anybody knew it or not, but if you go over to Discord, and there's a multitude of different different servers there, you'll find that there are a whole group of people who have now found the flat Earth and have decided to make that their platform for proving us wrong. Problem for them is they're all usually kids, and they sound like kids. And whether or not, and when I say they sound like kids, it doesn't sound like a little kid. It sounds like either someone who's still in high school, still learning their of what their globe model that they believe, and just found out about flat Earth, or whether it be just their logic and how they discuss stuff is ridiculous. So I wanted to talk about that and let everyone know that I made sure I talked to the moderators, and I asked, hey, it's cool if I record. So I'm gonna start showing these discussions, I guess you would call it. But it's just the ridiculousness of these people that are coming out of nowhere. Actually, to me, is kind of offensive, because for a lot of you who do know, there's a server called 24/7 Flat Earth Debate. It's actually used to be ODD's old board, and the issue I have with it is a lot of respectable flat earthers there and Glovers. But it's like somehow someone started giving invites out to these trolley type people, and so it's kind of getting overran with that. And I've reached out, so I'm hoping that changes. A couple of their bots are a little impossible to deal with, but other than that, hey, could be worse. Could be worse. Let's see here what I got. So, like I was saying, OBS seems to be good now, so we'll see how that works. What's up, McVice? How you doing, sir? Silver Sky Viewer, how you doing? Teddy's in the building. What up, G? What I'm hoping is that my signal and all of my OBS stuff keeps running correctly. If it doesn't, starts buffering anything, let me know. So let's go from here. What else do I want to talk about? Got a panel open, so that's there. So let me know if you want to jump on the panel, have something to say. I wasn't planning on going too long for the main reason of time I was going to go. Kind of went long dealing with this stuff on OBS, so it's kind of a bummer there. But like I said, could be worse. Let me see. And kind of want to go over some more issues when it comes to flat earthers. Along with these new Glovers that I'm dealing with, I'm also dealing with a whole group of flat earthers who, I don't know, act culty. I'm sorry to say it. Having a discussion with them is kind of irritating because, of course, you guys know, different view. You guys are sick of hearing it. But at the same time, it's like there's a lot of flat earthers that don't think like that. I won't be calling out names at the moment, but I am making doing uploads, and at that point I will. I'm gonna upload them at Flat Earth Frontline Soldier channel first, and then soon, like probably within hours, start uploading them here. But they'll be there first. Yeah, like I said before, I'm here to learn truth and figure everything out. So if you're a Glober and you sound like you have no clue, I'm gonna let you know. Same with Flat Earth. And it's not that I expect everyone to know everything, but if you're coming across like you know what you're talking about, but it's really no research, no clue, you're just probably repeating something, I feel the need to call you out because you're a reflection of all of us. And I would expect the same if my research wasn't up to up to your at least uh, average par, I guess you would call it. But yeah, just wanted to kind of go into that kind of stuff. I was trying to see if I could put up a bunch of Discord stuff, like not so much that the Discord is a place where I'm at 24/7, but I do pop in and out. I do see messages. If enough were there, I definitely jump in and just let me know. I'm kind of getting it all the kinks worked out with roles and all that permission crap. Realistically, what I'm doing is I'm relaying messages to my outsource, and he's fixing it as we go. So it's getting there. It'll be be a place to hang out, especially because a lot of these flat Earth servers that I'm seeing now, they're literally kicking other flat Earthers out if they don't agree like they do. So I felt the need to express my concern with that. Let's see what's going on. So yep, we got a couple people just jumped in. Got Mr. Bro Sanchez just joined the flat Earth frontline. Pretty cool. Definitely welcome him. Yeah, if anyone hasn't, go ahead and check out the server, man. It's like I said, it's up and running. But it's definitely gonna be a startup and gonna be a place to hang out and not really worry about bullshit. Sorry, I'm trying to do like 3 things at once. I apologize. All right, and that's the other thing. Had a few Globers that they want to argue, and I've heard a lot of good points. The problem is that you can definitely tell they're just not up to par with who we're dealing with now, I guess you would say. What's up, Jimbo? How you doing, sir? But yeah, so like I said, it's not about Flat Earth or Globe right now, as far as I'm concerned. And more of the relations of who's actually putting out the truth, who's actually putting out real research. Because there's also there's other these Globers that are running around who don't want to even have a conversation. They just want to hear your view, and then they want to just pick it apart or read this. Like I had a guy yesterday. I'm sure a lot of you guys have talked to this guy Koso. Issue I don't even have an issue really. He's cool. Seems not a rude guy at all, but kind of just running around like scrutinizing and trying to pick apart flat Earth research and stuff going on, but not quite not understand. Not even understand it. It's kind of like he's running around just wanting our views of things, so he can in my opinion, build up a case for his view, which won't work. But it just runs around the server, just bouncing between flat Earth sites and demanding answers, I guess you would call it. But yeah, I'm shit. I'm still on that whole. I want answers first. I'm done with everyone asking questions. I want answers, and shit like that. It gets frustrating. Funny, but frustrating. What's up, J Alex? What is up, Flat Earth? Okay. Origin. At this point, I am trying to see the actions people are taking to get out of this system. Hey, and every little bit counts, and every voice matters. So it's like I was saying, there's no one's going to be an expert at every single situation that could happen. But a group of us definitely change that. Definitely make it a lot easier for us to make things happen and things to change. So yeah, it's as far as I'm concerned, it'd be a great idea to for everyone to follow that. If you don't hear something that sounds right, you should probably question it, flat Earth or not. Because and I'm guilty of it, and I'm sure a lot of people are. Where you'll be in a conversation, and not say anything when a fellow flat earther is saying something and that you may not agree with, and you just let it slide because you don't really want to argue with another flat earther. But like I said, it happens, man. It happens, and it's a must because like I said, I've now come across a lot of flat earthers on servers that have no clue, but they're in these Glober forums trying to act like it's a flat Earth idea, and it's really just their idea. What up, ATF? How you doing, sir? Yeah, it's to the point where it's like, hey, why not? We're family still. If I'm wrong, I want someone to tell me. I definitely don't want to be that guy that's wrong and no one's saying anything. But yeah, it's crazy. What's up, the Sotai? How you doing, sir? Yeah, it's that and I was kind of thinking the other day, uh, why don't Globers, or let's just say deniers, why don't they do as much research as we do to prove that these things that they say didn't happen really didn't happen? Because they want to act like we don't listen, but trust me, I'd much rather hear why one of my conspiracy theories are wrong and that government really isn't doing this shit. That would be wonderful. But they can't even sugarcoat a lot anything, really. And then I was having a discussion yesterday, and we were talking about salt flats, and my buddy Free Minded, and I'm sure everyone knows him. He was in there chatting it up as well, and we got in a conversation with a Glober who doesn't believe the salt flats are flat. He kept referring to it as in relation to the sphere. The problem is that I had already found surveying stats, the data on it. It was with 3 different types of surveying. It was GPS, total station, and a few others that I have the link. I'll put it in there. But that's like the next upload I'm gonna have, and I'm gonna talk about it anyway. But explaining to him how salt flats work, explaining to him that it's not, how do I say, um, it's not when you measure, when you're doing a survey and you're trying to find out if there were to be curve or it's flat, the methods you would take aren't the same. So his explanation was, well, if they're using GPS, then it only gives you a point. It doesn't give you an elevation, and it wouldn't be accurate. And I'm trying to explain to him how the GPS way of surveying doesn't work the same way as a car navigation, and that took up more time than it was necessary. But to explain to him what a mean line was, a zero, your own line to see if there is curve, is completely different. Now, like I said, I see if I even have it on here. Let's see if I have the slideshow. No, I don't. But I can pull them up. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, so it makes a little bit more sense. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of these pictures on so I can just do it all at once instead of a picture at a time. What's up, iSpy? How you doing? What's up, Jay? AKA Outsource. Are on the server. Better off not asking me. You're better off asking Jay, AKA Outsource. I'm trying to figure out how to change his nickname without having to screw with anything. I told him I wouldn't fuck with any of the controls because I kind of went havoc on it one day and it kind of went ape shit. And he had to go back and fix it up after my mistakes. So I do apologize, Jay. So go ask him. I don't have to touch it. Well, that's the thing, McVice. I do explain the survey. I explain them the different terms that they may come across, especially during this presentation. I was trying to show them about the salt flats, and it's fine on me to explain it. And I get it if you don't understand, because hey, not everyone will. But at the same time, please don't that to happen. please explain how, or please don't expect me to explain or break down every little step. The same way I do my research is kind of the way I explain things, where I'll say things, but I expect you to look up the things you don't understand. I mean, no problem explaining it, but don't. If you want an explanation for how GPS survey works, I'll more than willing to help, but don't ask me to break down every step of it in my explanation already, because then I just sound long-winded and it's more of a pain in the ass than anything. Let me see, because I'm adding those pictures right now. I would have been more prepared, but like, I had to do the OBS special or shuffle, and I figured it'd be a lot easier if I just did it while I talked rather than before when I had to do all the OBS crap. So I have all the pictures on here real quick. So over this. Here we go. Now I figured it out. All right, now they're actually adding on to here. Before they weren't going on. And it'll make sense in a second. See if I have a couple of pictures that I sent him to describe what I'm talking about. That is the surveying and stuff. I'll screen share that stuff. All right, so here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on so I can. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm actually doing something. I'm not just bullshitting. Hang on. Obviously, something should have been doing earlier. Yes, I understand. But if I don't do this now, it will be a big eyesore on the screen. Done. 2 seconds. Oh, geez, it's always fun. All right, here we go. Now you'll be able to actually see it instead of just like a big blob on the screen. All right. All right, here we go. Oh, yay. Always have to happen. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Okay, finally, I got it. Done. So the pictures that I have up right now, basically it's for the Bonneville, not the Bonneville, I'm sorry, the Bolivian salt flats. It is actually the largest salt flat in the world. So I definitely wanted to pick this one to have a better explanation for why we see what we see. Make sure this hot thing's on real quick so I can just go through them and not have to let it go automatically. Okay, here we go. Finally got to it. All right, so now we're good to go. Now I can actually go through these and tell you exactly what's next. Perfect. Okay, so like I was saying, the numbers you guys are seeing now are, show you where it's at, is here, the Bonneville, or Bolivian salt flats. It's the largest salt flats in the world. Of course, I wrote it down, but of course, it's not in front of me. So, it's exactly 4,089 miles long, or I guess square miles. I'm sorry. Okay, so it's in southwest Bolivia. Biggest salt flat. Yeah, 10,000 kilometers basically, square miles or square kilometers. Um, and they actually done a lot of studies at this place. And one of the studies was, like I said, with the GPS and and a couple other survey techniques that they use. Uh, and like I said, I tried to show the guy that the link, and he wanted to read the whole link and the whole nine, and don't come back to me. But overall, the results that they had gotten for this was that they uh they realized what they were getting is a level evolution or a level data sheet for each grid they used. This is the overall grid. All the numbers accumulated, the points they did it at, and what they had found is that the elevation from one side to the elevation on the other side was actually flat, not flat. Not what's up, free minded? What's up, free minded? Daniel, I'll see you in the house, man. Free minded. I'm actually going to go over that salt flats argument we had earlier, um, and that Kosa wanted to read into. Never got back to me for, but anyway, what the surveyors have found was that this place is flat. And remember, this isn't the small salt flats that we have that are 15, 20 miles, 100 miles. This is again 4,806 square miles, and I believe it was somewhere like 1,000 miles across or something like that, 2,000 miles across. But between one area and the other side of the area of the grid, it was only 1.47 centimeters in elevation rise or difference, and like I said, this is the beginning where the elevation is, the end elevation, and put in the calculator comes 0.0976 meters of elevation difference, and that's not using. And I'll put the link out there. It is not using the curvature, so to speak, because he kept saying that curvature, gravity, and all that crap. It was used. They used the mean line. I'm gonna go ahead and get the link right now. And like I said, what they did is they made a mean line and used that as a perspective zero, which means you're not going off a curve or even the land. If it had curved, you're actually going off your own line to see where the land goes off of that. And so it does get frustrating to explain these things to people and them not, I guess we'd say, even listen, because I just kept repeating himself, kept being frustrating. I get this link for you guys, so if you want to check it out, you go ahead and check it out yourself. Make a little bit more sense, and I can actually show you it too, so make a little bit more sense into what I'm saying. Let me get this link. That way it's out there. All right, here you go. So that is a link to the study. Go ahead and put my window sharing. That way you guys can see it as well. We'll go over this website real quick. All right, there. Just that. All right. It may not bother you, but it bothers me, so I have to fix. We'll go on it. There we go. Since in a second. There we go. So, like I said, this is the website. I put the link in the chat, but it's basically the topography of this salt flats. It's breaks down why they're doing this. I actually found out this is a place that a lot of surveyors actually go to calibrate their large scale survey equipment and outfits. So I thought that was pretty cool when I found that out. But like I said, this is a grid pattern that they used. So They use I see 10 grids right here, and the numbers I just showed you. This do it real quick. This list that I showed you guys a minute ago is basically the coordinates for each of the grid patterns that you're seeing. Now, when okay, there we go. So when they do all their points in these grids, each grid accumulates and averages out its elevation, its point. So it simplifies it basically. Once it's done, once you break down that simplification, you get your data numbers and then elevations and basically an idea of what you're seeing. But like I said, I'm not going to go pinpoint through this whole thing because it does get kind of complicated if you don't know surveying. And but yeah, it's flat. It's not curvature flat. It's flat flat. Documents there, proof is there. So if you're a glober here, think I'm lying, evidence is right there. But those are the kind of things I don't understand from a lot of people who want to know truth and come around and ask us to show them. I show them as much as I possibly can. They just fight back. But hey, if I didn't like it, I probably wouldn't be around. So, like I said, there's a lot of people around that are doing a lot of questioning, but not willing to do their research. So I do hope all of you, when you do hear things that kind of sound iffy, call them out. Fuck them. No longer time to listen to bullshit and fairy tales that have zero proof behind them. I sure as hell know I don't. So yeah, I've been basically just sitting over in the servers, calling out people who want to give me a ridiculous idea of what's going on. But yeah, I think it's not good for anybody. I don't care what side you're on, because the other thing I'm noticing is that their confidence in science is far greater than the actual scientists, which I kind of think is funny. But let me see. I know a couple people wanted me to hit them up when I was going live. Haven't seen them jump in the chat yet, but if anybody wants to, let me know. Open panel. Actually, go ahead and send that link out. Actually, going to put the link out earlier. Just completely forgot. All right, there we go. So, jump on, open topic. Like I said, I don't plan on being long. I was gonna actually cut off pretty soon unless something happens with the Hangouts. I didn't have anything really planned. I had a lot planned for yesterday, but like I said, I would chase the dog, and everything kind of got scrambled for the whole night there. But I'll probably be going on later on tonight, a little bit more structured. I was just gonna open this one up just to be a bullshit and see where it went. Over here right now. Chat. What's up, Shroomy? How you doing, sir? Yeah, there's a lot of drama going on. It's pretty crazy what's going on Flat Earth right now. Like I said, I'm gonna do a bunch of uploads and that kind of fun stuff. Kind of want to get back into the editing thing again, so expect to see that. But I'll give it another couple minutes. I'm actually gonna look for something real quick, and I'll throw some tunes on. That one, right? Should work. I'll just to the area where I get the stuff, the music. So here we go. Do it this way. Yeah. So later on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk. I want to get over, get more in depth with the salt flats because there's actually some facts I found out about it that were pretty startling when it comes to the resources and the minerals there. Uh, what it was like a week ago, a week and a half ago, I was trying to talk about all the lithium stuff and what governments were trying to do. I want to get into all that crap because it's a big topic, at least in the server area, about Trump's latest decisions. This whole one world thing, cryptocurrency. I definitely want to get into that because, man, a lot of people just don't realize how dangerous it is, but they want to pretend it is. So we're going to talk about that, and that's going to be a little bit later on. Apparently, you guys are busy. I know a few live streamers are on right now, so everyone's probably taking, more concerned with those. I get it. I 100% get it. I don't care. I don't mind. So I'm going to be on later, and what I'll do is we're going to go deep into a bunch of stuff, and then I'll have a couple people on the panel that I know already want to come on. Yeah, but I'll give it a minute, see if anybody wants to jump on.
You. Yeah. Where's your...
With you, I'll go toe to toe with you. 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 Fight toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. Fight, bring them up. Fight, bring them up. Fight, I'll go toe to toe with you. Toe to toe with you. Toe to toe, fight, bring them up. Toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll knock your teeth out. You know what we bout. We bout that money, baby. You better call pay-per-view. John Paul's about to sell out this fight. I'm off the chain. I play no game. I'm on the ramp. Does it go? You already know. Blow for blow, throw to throw, coast to coast. I let them know it's toe to toe. I'll go to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll go to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. Go toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. Fight toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. Tell me who really want it. Point them out. I'll put these arms around them. Choke them out. I'll make the hype music. Like I don't like music. The type to grab a mic and have to go and fight music. So who don't know about that? Know about that. Knowing this ain't gonna fire hot. 100 down, ground and pound away at your face. Face the fact you'll hit the mat like a match in MMA. Ain't no telling what be, because nobody can see me at the top. They rather see me flop. And I'll be damned if I leave here ashamed. Win, lose, or draw, I'ma leave it in the cage. Toe to toe with you, I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you, I'll go toe